Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, today we are back with another flashpoint. It's been some time since we've done one of these, so it's good to be back and making our way through them. So for today we are starting out the Tournament of Champions. It's a 2-skull difficulty flashpoint, and it should be rather good. It's a relatively short engagement length, no consecutive deployments, and we can get 1 million C-bills to our bank account. And the tonnage restrictions, well, it seems there are none. So your deed on the field of battle may have earned you an invitation to my Tournament of Champions. Join us and take your place in the arena against the periphery's fiercest warriors. Alright then, well that sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Let's go ahead and begin. Ah, Commander McAuliffe, very good. I was hoping that you'd accept my invitation. I am Professor Mencius Horvat, and you are to be congratulated. Only the most celebrated of mercenary companies are allowed to participate in my Tournament of Champions. Yeah, thanks. Remind me what we stand to gain by winning this thing? Never mind that, I want to know what he's wearing. That is a seriously bold look, Professor. I don't even know what I'm seeing here. What you are seeing, Mr. Vatanen, is the hide of a Black Reaper, a savage beast, the apex predator of Yance 1, and the killer of men. I put an end to this one myself, tracked it for days, stalked it, and lanced it through the heart with a single thrust. The hide is thick as rubber, yet as soft as a lover's caress. The fur is as luxuriant as it is fragrant indeed. This coat is absolutely pregnant with the beast's indelible musk. I'm suddenly overjoyed that we are speaking to you in person. Now, let's get back to that prize purse. How big is it? 1 million C-bills, winner takes all. Of course, that means there will be no intermediary payouts. Eliminated competitors will walk away with nothing, assuming they walk away at all. Arena combat is rich with peril, and it can easily swallow the unwary. Alright, well, peril doesn't scare me. We can handle whatever you throw at us. So you say, for now, we'll see if you sing a different tune when you're scrapping a prized MechWarrior out of a ruined cockpit. Red Death and the arena floor are constant companions. But if you speak truly, if you are a hunter of men, you will find such love in my tournament. For those bold enough to follow our rarefied path, risk is what gives life its flavour, its succulence. If you salivate at the thought of victory, Commander, does the prospect of taking all corners and breaking them to make your heart hammer in your chest? Alright, so what do we want? Not particular, but 1 million C-bills sounds good, or... you're right, it does. I've got the company, the best company, and I aim to prove it. You know what, I think we'll go with the first option. Yeah, that's right, we've got the best company. We can go in with our heads held high, I think. And I will give you that chance. Alright, what are the rules of this tourney of yours? Are there drop weight restrictions, tonnage requirements? The Tournament of Champions has no need for such guidelines. In fact, your battle mechs won't be required at all. To ensure a level playing field, I insist that all competitors pilot hardware drawn from my own stable. Stock mechs bereft of embellishment or modification. Alright, and if we prefer our own, well then you'll be disappointed. I'm afraid that this rule is unavoidable. Inviolable. Should you attempt to deploy your own battle mechs while the tournament is in session, your lives will be forfeit. My enforcer, the man monster Calamar Gigante, will tear you apart. Wow, man monster. Wow. Anyone else get a little shiver just now? Because I did. So long as you honor my master's rules, you'll have nothing to fear from me. But if you step out of line, I will wrap you in my terrible grasp and squeeze the life from your chest. I won't stop until I've ground your bones to mulch, for that is the crushing power of Calamar Gigante. He isn't exaggerating, Commander. I once saw Gigante strangle a man and his horse at the same time. Enough talk. You know the stakes and you understand the risks. Now it's time to make a decision. Accept my contract and I will test your MechWarriors in a crucible of blood and thunder. Join us if you dare. The Tournament of Champions awaits. Okay, and he has cut communications. Well, that was something. Was it just me or did anyone else get the impression that the professor had a romantic interest in his coat? It wasn't just you, but if this contest is legit, we stand to win a lot of money, and because Horvat's insisting on supplying the hardware, we won't even have to put our own mechs on the line. In the light of what we stand to gain, who cares if our host is a little eccentric? Nobody, I guess. I'll get our MechWarriors ready. Let's go win ourselves a tournament. Alright, well, this should be interesting. So, I believe that now gives us the opportunity for the flashpoint here. So there we go. It is a battle in the urban area. No money, no monetary reward, no priority picks, just 3 parts of salvage, whatever that may be. So welcome to my tournament, Commander. Here you will prove your mettle against the periphery's finest champions. Today your MechWarriors will demonstrate their worth using only the simplest of tools, the UMR-60 Urban Mech. Like a huntsman's spear, it's an instrument with a single purpose. Wield it skillfully and ascend into triumph. Alright, well, an Urbi is basically a walking dustbin with a mounted AC-10. That autocannon packs a hell of a punch, but it's only got 8 shots. Keep an eye on those ammo counters, Lionel. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start that out. Who do we want to bring for our mission? That is going to be a good question. So, I can't remember what the heat capacity is like on the little Urbis. What do we want? Got a couple of solid options. I'm thinking, you know what, we do gain some extra cover and guarded and things like that. Oh, we've got breaching shot. I think cooling could also be very useful. Moving after we shoot could be useful. Actually, we'll definitely keep Headhunter. With our high spirits, that means we can take some better precision shots with less trouble. Oh, and because it is a fight to the death, well, no salvage is on offer, I should say. We don't even need to worry about trying to preserve things. We're just going to destroy them if possible. So maybe what we do is we bring... Let's bring Cosmo. Yeah, more initiative isn't a bad thing. I think we'll go... do we want to go ahead and pick that up? Yeah, look, I think we might go ahead and we'll take this. Let's see, pilot and gunnery. Oh, actually, you know what? The gunnery isn't quite so high. You know what? Maybe we do leave Cosmo out of this one. He has just got back from injury. As much as the initiative would be nice, that with the lower gunnery, I do believe we'll get more recoil penalty as well. Yeah, okay, you know what? We'll just go ahead and we'll run with the lance that we've got. We'll go ahead and deploy. We've got some extra cooling if for some reason it's a little bit hot. I doubt that it is, but you never know. We've got some good extra protection with Bulwark on myself and Archangel, as well as Headhunter. And then, yeah, we've got some multi-target if necessary, faster initiative, and we can even shoot and move with Cheese Goblin. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. This could be an interesting fight, but we will see how it all plays out. Okay, so I think we've already gone over this, except the fact that our objective is to just make the first round of the tournament. We need to make sure that we win it, so I'm assuming there's going to be a round 2. I think that's all. We've already gone through everything else. Everyone's in an Urbi. Let's go ahead and begin a mission.
Command interface initiated.
MechWarriors, you stand alone in the carcass of an abandoned city. The sepulchre of commerce is now reborn as a hunting ground and field of battle, all at the command of my master, Professor Mencius Horvat. You honor me, Gigante. I'm pleased. To our guests, I bid you welcome. Ready yourselves to test your might in my Tournament of Champions. Commander McAuliffe, today your lands will face off against 4 of the deadliest killers the RimWorld periphery has to offer. 2 of these terrors stand before you now. The rest lurk in the shadows like predators on the hunt, waiting for an exposed flank or a bared throat. If you drop your guard, they'll eat you alive. They won't get the chance, Professor Horvat. I'll butcher these amateurs before your lurking predators even show their faces. I'm the terror of Franck, the scourge of Sacramonte. I'm Limpet Sato. And I'm his brother, Jake. Oh dear, this is like something out of a Brock Armstrong flick. I know, it's great. And so the table is set. At one end, Commander McAuliffe's battle-hardened mercenaries. At the other, a throng of deadly lone wolves, each bound to the other by their shared lust for victory. Let the air be filled with the bark of autocannon fire. Let the ground thunder with your approach. Let the tournament begin. Alright, so we must go ahead and eliminate Limpet Sato and his brother Jake, and then deal with the others. Alright, so fairly far off. We've got, let's see, AC-10s dealing 60 damage. Let's see, small laser. Alright, nothing too crazy. Everybody is in
waiting for orders.
The same thing. Okay, and we've also got DFA ability, so we've got jump jets. Alright, so first things first, we probably need to move across. I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go a little bit this way. It's a little bit out of our way, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try and flank our enemy. We've got to make sure to be careful of those transistors, though. The transformers. Those things are known to explode if shot, and that could be bad for us. They can cause a bit of an explosion. But either way, we're going to go ahead and move our lance down in this direction. I'm not exactly expecting too much, but at the same time, I figure if they're over here, we can quickly swing down around here, maybe cut back through, and that way we can't get outflanked if we're the ones doing the flanking. Alright, so hopefully
on my way.
This will show us something soon. No? Okay, so it looks like that might be all. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll start making our way across. We might need to use some of our jump jets on this next one.
Yes, Commander.
And that should do for now. Alright, so let's see. We can sprint around, or we can use our jump jets. I'm thinking, let's use our jump jets. I think that's probably the way to go. That'll give us an almost advantageous position, except for maybe you. Let's go ahead and sprint then, I suppose. If we can't make the jump, we may as well take
here we go.
The best movement possible. Let's see, there we go. Alright. So, slightly wider sensor range.
Commander.
Let's bring... Ooh, let's see. We've got an alright position over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and quickly move up into cover here. Aha, okay.
My sensors detect a new adversary.
So that is contact. You guys, we're going to go ahead and move up here. Let's see. Jump jet range is actually fairly small. At least we've got that plus 20% to sprinting. Yeah, I'm glad our pilots are as good as they are. Otherwise, these things could be as slow as anything. Okay, your attention please. We have a latecomer en route to join our tournament. Consider her a wild card, if you will. When her drop pod hits the ground, I expect that she'll attempt to butcher the lot of you. I advise you deny her the opportunity. Kill her before she kills you. Okay. We're going to go ahead and reserve.
Aye, aye. Holding.
There's only so far an Ubi can go in a single turn. Hostile drop pods, okay. Let's see what you come up with. Alright, let's bring... Let's see. Archangel, if we go ahead and use our jump jets, we can get eyes on. That building is in the way. I suppose... What do we want? Moving's not going to get us that much. Sprinting. I really do want that cover. You know what?
What do you need?
Who else could we move? Got Rannick. You're not going to be able to get to where we want. Let's see where we can sprint you. You know what? That'll... Oh, that could be feasible. Some extra cover wouldn't be bad, though.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see. Cheese Goblin. We've got jump jets and a target. You know what? I suppose that's the first one we should take. We're not going to see it from back down there. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh dear, and is that on a... Okay, never mind. I thought that was on a building for a second. That could be shot out. Alright, so... Pretty heavily prepared. I guess we go ahead and open fire? Yeah, let's see what we can do with 70%.
Firing!
Alright, that's one hit directly on target. That does help.
Yes, Commander.
Let's get our second Irby. I don't know. 3 evasion's not bad. We may not see him on the next turn. You know what? We're going to go ahead and move over here. I'm just not really sure what we want. Rannick, let's go ahead and we need to sprint you if we're going to find anything good. Jump jets are not going to get us too far. Alright, so I guess we're going to go ahead and line on up. We'll show our right side. Is that our... Oh, that is our right... AC-10. Okay, not ideal. But I guess technically maybe we could. Yeah, look, you know what? Extra cover is advisable.
Double time.
We'll take what we can get a hold of. And then for myself... we're not going to be able to do too much here. Jump jets aren't going to get us far. Let's just move up as far as we can and see what we can find. Alright. Heads up, Commander. That drop pod must have belonged to the wild card contestant that Horvat warned us about. Very perceptive, Miss Meyer. I caught this young lady snooping around the tournament grounds. She claims that I'm responsible for the death of her father. You are responsible, you jerk, and by my hand, he will be avenged. Alright, I admire your grit, Miss Jones, but if you want a shot at me, you'll need to fight your way out of the arena first. Kill or be killed, let the games continue. Okay, so... 30-ton mech, okay. We're going to go ahead and reserve.
Yep.
Yeah, with all of this extra defensiveness, I think it's worth holding out. We'll also see if they shoot at us or at the new wild card. Looks like a stray shot from that small laser landed. That's not ideal, but we'll see. What are these other two going to do? Okay, it looks like they're shooting at the drop pod. Alright, if they want to fight each other, I am A-okay with that. Looks like she's taken a defensive position.
Standing by.
Alright, so we've got a few options here. Do we risk getting shot once more? I think the answer is probably yes. I think we can afford being shot at by one. Yeah. Let's see if we can make the most of our evasion. Ooh, stray shot. That's going to hurt us. Okay, we're going to have to be careful. The other enemy, they are trying to make their way around. Alright, so...
They will be done.
First things first, let's have a check. It looks like our leg's pretty well beaten up. We've only got 59 points of structure and armor combined. So one AC-20 is going to take out Headhunter for a bit.
How might I
Cheese Goblin. You know what? Maybe we go ahead and we get behind you. Yeah, jump would be good, but it's not going to quite get us to where we need to go. Let's have a look. That right torso is pretty heavily beaten. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think that that's probably the play here. We're going to go ahead and jump. And we're going to go ahead and pummel that right side of the Irby.
confirm?
Between our shots, we should be fine. We can go with some resolve if we want to. And considering... I reckon it's probably worth it. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll take that. 89% is pretty solid. 80 damage in total.
Confirmed.
That looks like a miss on that AC-10.
Reporting. Critical hit.
That is not ideal. Alright, so how are you doing? Oh no, we clipped the arm.
I'm your spaniel.
That is very, very unfortunate. Alright, Archangel. Let's see. Jump jets technically could get us a shot in the back for this guy. Could be a kill. In fact, you know what? Maybe we'll see if Rannick can do this. We have 48 resolve. I think it's a 20 cost if we use... it's going to hit the left side. That's not what we want. So let's see. I guess... Oh, we could go over there.
I await your command.
We've got a little bit of trouble with our movement, it seems. Yeah, alright. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and... do we just try and take out Jake first?
Order.
I'm just trying to figure out the best way we can approach this, because again, we don't want to show our back to them, and we don't want to get shot in the back by either of them either, although I doubt they will get eyes on us. If they go there, maybe they'll have a line of fire, but again, that's assuming they've got the vision. I think we might try and stay on this side if possible. So let's go. Let's go ahead and move over here. We'll go... I don't know. We'll see what we can come up with. We'll fire at the... Do we fire at Jake? Yeah, I think we just try and eliminate them as best as possible. Actually, you know what? Oh no, we really want to try and capitalize on that right-hand side. You know what? We'll send it over here instead. We'll see what we can come up with. Alright, so at least that's the arm taken out and side torso.
This just in. Critical hit.
Alright, that is fantastic. So there goes its small laser. We have you over here with Rannick. Let's go ahead and let's take you down. Let's go strike here. Is the ammunition held in the right torso? It is. Okay. So if we can pop that off, that could be an extra a bit of damage. We've got 80. These things have 100 and something. Yeah, our percentages give us this is the best shot, so we're going to take it. 89%. And that was no good right there. Like, okay, we did some good,
critical hit.
Just not enough. We really want to be taking you out if possible. Really not that good on the accuracy. Oh, sorry. We're really not that good on the damage end of things. We've got 105 points. We've only got 80 here. Let's go ahead and... well, you know what? I guess we have to do what we can do. Let's stay in cover. Hopefully that should be good enough, and we'll just see what we can get done. Oh dear. Okay, not really good there on the damage front. We really do need to focus these guys down. Rannick, I think what we try and do here is we move you over there. We're going to go ahead and take a precision shot so this guy's got less initiative. And then we're going to try and kill off with everybody else. I think that's the way we need to play this if we're going to survive this as best as possible. So let's aim for that center torso. 46% is pretty solid. Yeah, let's cross our fingers.
All weapons are go.
Alright, well that is not as effective as I wanted, but it will have to suffice. Behold, Commander McAuliffe, the stalking predators reveal themselves. You've got that right, Professor. I'm Basilisk Jackson, and I'm the meanest mech jock on this or any other planet. I'm gonna put these fools in the ground. Oh, wow. Don't know about you, but I'm quaking in my boots. Well, let's light them up. Yeah, sorry, that's the best I could come up with for indecipherable whispers. Alright, and it looks like I'm getting shot in the leg, but we have damage reduction. That is useful. But that is our left torso. Okay. This could be a little bit tricky, but we're going to make it work. This guy's already been hit relatively hard.
I'm ready.
Alright, so we need to deal with these guys as fast as we can. We could go for a melee for a total of 60. Heat's not really an issue with these things. I guess we'll go...
Reporting.
what can we take out? Maybe we move back over here. Should go out... Yeah, take these. I think it's as good as we could ask for. What about the back armor? What have we got here? We've got 40 and 50, so technically not enough if we shoot them in the back. You know what? Maybe that is what we go ahead and do here. Let's use our jump jets. We'll jump behind this guy. We'll try and... Oh, actually, you know what? No, he's got less armor in the center. Let's just go save him for the kill then. Sorry, maybe we need... let's see, that is 90. We could maybe get them in the back. Hang on a second, we just need to figure out a spot where we can shoot properly. Let's see, that is our left torso. It's only got 40 points. Let's try and twist our right-hand side towards the engagement. Yeah. We're going to lose some cover, but I think it's what we have to do. And we're going to go... Do we just aim here and see what damage we can cause? Because again, if this AC 10 hits, that'll be 15 and the rest can carry over. I guess it's as good as we've got.
All weapons committed.
Alright, unsteady but not enough. Let's see, the enemies are not... Oh, they're taking a shot at Cheese Goblin. I'm glad they missed. Okay, so they definitely do have line of sight from down there.
You.
Yeah, oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to use Cheese Goblin's ability here. We're going to go ahead and shoot this thing in the front. We're going to make sure that we can take him out, and then we're going to move. That's how we're going to play this. So let's go for the center torso. Anything hitting will be the kill.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, and CT down. That's what we needed.
One less target.
Alright, now that means we can go ahead and move. Actually, you know what? We're pretty well unfazed. Let's go ahead and face this head on. And then we'll see where that gets us. Alright, so we have one more activation, and then this guy gets a turn. No AC 10 at least. Small laser would be good to remove.
I live to serve.
Technically speaking, we can get the kill if we
Ready for orders.
if we get this. Although, let's just check. Yeah, it's unlikely, but we could possibly make it happen. Oh well, I guess we cross our fingers.
Onward.
Alright, so we've got 80 damage, we've got 15, 65, 99. Yeah, so as long as we don't start with the left torso, we should be okay, as long as we hit center.
Cry havoc.
Okay, well, that's not enough. At least we did take out jump jets, so it's less likely to be able to get behind us. He's going to have a shot. Who's he popping a hit at? It looks like Headhunter is the target.
Losing armor.
Alright, so we definitely need to focus down our enemies. Alright, so... Oh wow, 4 points of structure left. We actually did hit with everything, I think. It just wasn't quite enough.
Aye, aye.
Well, I suppose just for out of sheer safety, let's go ahead and move on up. Do we need to save some ammunition? Let's see, 4, that would be 20. If we melee, we should be fine. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's how we do this. We're going to go ahead and move on up. That'll also drop off the refire penalty, which would be very nice to be able to drop. Yeah, we'll swing around here. That should keep us relatively safe from any lines of fire. Alright, let's roll with this for now.
Acknowledged.
Alright, let the people of Frunk sleep easy. The brothers Saito are dead. And of course, insult to injury.
Target neutralized.
Alright, so that's down. Now let's see. Base. Oh, sorry. Second initiative, they're regrouping. Ooh. Looks like they've missed Cheese Goblin. Excellent. That cover worked well. And now we need to really focus in on this lone mech, and then I think from there we'll regroup and fight the other two.
Commander?
So, let's see. We've got some solid hit percentage chances on there, although they do have cover. I'm thinking we go ahead and we take cover ourselves. Let's see. It is that left torso. Maybe we try... We'll shoot head on and see if we can take out part of the torso. And this is our right torso. Okay, so we'll just kind of focus around here. Yeah, we've got pretty good resolve, so we should be fine. Let's go for a precision strike. We'll aim just to take out some of its weaponry, or oh, actually, you know what? No, let's aim center of mass and see if we can reduce this mech to rubble.
Affirmative.
Yeah, we'll work with what we've got. At least we'll kick the initiative down, so we should have a full salvo from everybody. Let's see, how did we do? We did hit center torso for some damage. I'm thinking... Let's go ahead and focus in one more time. How much have we got? 46? Okay, so we'll not take a precision shot here just yet. Oh, actually, yes, we will. We'll take another one. It doesn't matter. Rannick's already had his turn. Let's go for that center torso once more.
As you wish.
Again, we're trying to be as efficient with our ammunition as possible. And then for ourselves, we can move up, take some good percentage hits. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, let's see what we can come up with.
All weapons committed.
Alright, so we destroyed a jump jet.
Enemy mech. Critical
Alright,
damage
folks, let's get
detected.
this done.
Yeah, this damage reduction is really slowing us down, but they are very close to getting taken out.
Standing by.
Rannick is not going to be able to get there this turn. I think you can stay where you're at. They shouldn't get line of sight. We'll see what they come up with. Okay, they're probably sprinting.
I await your command.
Now, let's see. If we go ahead and go for a melee... Oh, we can't melee here. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate.
Good to go.
Cheese Goblin, could you come on in for a melee? That would ignore cover. From which position? Oh, you're already within melee. Okay, so maybe not the best for
Waiting
you.
for orders.
Orders.
Let's see. What about myself? Can I take the kill shot here? It's not bad. We've got resolve. I suppose we take it. Yeah, and then if not, we start following up and see what we can come up with. But we'll see what we can do. All that we need is 45 points of damage. Theoretically plausible. And we did. Alright. My master would-be assassin has fallen, but she still lives. Her ejection pod has saved her. But for how long? Good question. Alright, so now all that we need is to regroup everybody to the point where we're not in danger. Alright, so they're over here. There is that electrical transformer. We know it has an explosion. How big, I do not remember. So we're going to go ahead and move back up over here. Yeah, we'll see if that works.
Look, Mom, I'm flying.
And then we will brace. That's good.
Receiving you.
Rannick, you could sprint down, but that just feels dangerous. Yeah, I'd rather you didn't. Let's use our jump jets because it looks like heat's not much of an issue. We'll pick up as much evasion and then we'll brace ourselves just for that 40% reduction. Jump jets can just get us back out of that mess over there, although, hold your horses. We could technically jump over here as well. Yeah, you know what? That seems like a pretty good spot, all things considered. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and we'll brace.
Someone let me borrow their pom-poms and skirt, because I'm damn excited now.
Alright, I think what we do here is we use our evasion and damage resistance. We'll see if we can get them to come closer to this explosive thing. Looks like they've missed their shot, which is more than ideal. And then... Oh, do we reckon they'll try and jump jet down? They could technically get there. Either that... Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and reserve. I think that this is a risk willing to be made. Alright. High ground. And it was also a miss. Very close, though. That was very, very close. So, this Obi... We can take the building out from underneath it fairly swiftly. Are you within the explosion warning range? I would assume anything within this kind of perimeter should be within explosive position.
Commander?
Let's bring... we're going to have to go for a little bit of trickiness here. I think we'll go... We'll fire the AC-10 at Basilisk, and then we'll fire a small laser at the explosive.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, that's how we'll do it. So let's go ahead and go boom.
Got it, Commander.
Alright, so that's nice. That's one hit there. We should have enough multi-targets for us to be able to take that out. We only need
What do you need?
a bit more damage. Rannick,
How might I help?
yeah, Cheese Goblin's got multi-target, and so do I. Oh, but it looks like we're going to get stuck out of range. That is unfortunate. Alright, oh, hang on a second. Let's see what we've got here. We've only got 4 rounds of ammunition. Let's go... Oh, you know what we could do here? Oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and use some of our resolve. We're going to go ahead and jump jet. We've got pretty bad odds,
Engaging jump jet.
but that's okay. Let's see, 80% or 65. I think we'll go up there. That brings it to 85, which is reasonable. We'll go for center torso, just because it is clearly the way to kill.
Engaging target.
What did we get? Anything good? Just the arm. Okay, small lasers, that's not really in play. They do have 61 points of head structure, I suppose. Let's bring Rannick up to here. We could go... Oh, actually, you know what? No, we're going to go ahead and focus in on him. We'll move you here.
Move order.
So let's see, his initiative is down to 3, this guy's at 4. Let's make sure we get that precision strike so he is targeted. Let's go for the... do we go center torso? I think we do. Alright, looks like we hit the side torso instead.
That hit something good.
Alright, well, you know what? Still solid damage,
What's the
still an
plan?
injury. That'll have to be good enough. Let's bring you slightly closer. We can target the transformer with a small laser. The AC-10 on target.
Of course.
We're just trying to set this guy up to be as weak as possible, to where this explosion on the next turn is going to take him out.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, we could just do that. Alright, so we have essentially a mine that is ready to go boom.
Let's slip the dog's paw.
Alright, let's
Commander.
see. What have we got here? AC-10, we've got 5 rounds. What about the building he stands upon? It's 100%. Sorry, it's 100. You know what? 95% is pretty solid. That center torso shot, you know, we're gonna go for it.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's worth a shot. Maybe we should try disabling his weapon. That would actually be good, but it looks like... Oh, very nice.
Here.
We did roll the dice well. Maybe we just go ahead and see if we can finish him off here. Yeah, 60 damage. 46% to center. It's not the worst. Let's see, can we move... let's see, we might need some jump jets to change our angle of attack. Yeah, here we go. Of course, we're aiming side on at the moment. So let's move. Let's go for that precision strike. 95, 82% once again. And we got him. Behold, Professor. Basilisk, Jackson, and his silent partner are down. Their battle mechs shattered, their bodies torn to bloody rags. It's glorious, Gigante, a display fit for a king. Okay, well. They're gone. Well done, Commander McAuliffe. Very well done indeed. you have taken this round and vanquished your foes. I haven't tapped out yet, Horvat. You'll never hear me yield. You don't need to yield. You've lost, and you'll be spending the remainder of this tournament in a holding cell. Thank you, Gigante. This round's victors, I invite you to bask in your triumph, but prepare yourselves. Tomorrow you face the ultimate challenge. Tomorrow your true test begins.
Mission successful.
Alright, well, success is here. That is very nice. Yeah, one more round it seems, at least. Yeah, very, very curious. Best news is no injuries. So there's no payout there. Everybody got a kill, so kudos to everyone. Everybody kept their mechs intact, which is very nice. Yeah, Rannick almost lost a leg, which could have been quite bad. Almost lost a side torso as well. Yeah, we handled that relatively well, and we've got 2 parts of an R60 as well as an AC-10. That's not too bad considering that we weren't really asking for much anyway. So that should be good. Unfortunately, we've already got an R60 in our storage, so it's not adding to our chassis. But you never know. If we get a free mech, we can always sell that off for a little bit more money. Oh, alright, so let's see what's going on. I'm sure there's some follow-up from that mission, and we will see how it goes. Alright, so Chapter 2 of the Tournament of Champions. Well, so far so good, boss. I think we could win this tournament. So far so good. Yang, this whole tournament is positively mental. Horvat and his cronies are throwing up more red flags than a Curitan military parade. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here, right? You all get how ridiculous this is. No arguments here, Doc. Horvat's a lunatic, and our fellow competitors aren't much better. Speak of the devil, we're getting a secure call from inside Horvat's castle. It's Jack Hammer. You remember the "I'm here to avenge my father" lady? The one that Gigante threw in a cell after the match. Alright, well, I'm surprised they let her have access to a comm system. Let's put her on the view screen and see what she has to say. Commander Mikhailov, I wasn't sure that you would pick up. I need to keep this brief. If Horvat catches me talking over this subdermal mic, he'll probably put a spear through my chest. But I'm taking the risk because we need to talk. If this is about your father... my father is alive and well on Leamington. That whole vengeance stick is just a cover story. The truth is, I'm an undercover operative with the MIIO, and I'm here to investigate Horvat's crimes against Davian commercial interests. He's a pirate, in case you hadn't figured that out. He also wants to marry his fur coat. Got a reason why we should care? The Tournament of Champions is a sham. This whole circus is a sick joke that Horvat uses to snuff out highly skilled, morally flexible MechWarriors. He reveres strength and wants to surround himself with it, but his standards are impossibly high. The second round of the tournament is a trap. If you're good enough to push through and win this anyway, the professor will shower you in blood money to buy your friendship. If he finds you wanting, he'll kill you for sport. Will he use a spear? He'll use whatever he pleases. He's a pirate. He doesn't play by anyone's rules, especially not his own. The professor has been running this contest for years, and in all that time, the only actual winner has been Kalmar Gigante. Everybody else, we're talking hundreds of contestants here, has mysteriously disappeared. And if you let your MechWarriors compete again, he'll make them disappear too. Alright, so I'm getting that our options aren't great. They really aren't. But unfortunately for you, I'm here, and I've been authorized to offer you an alternative. House Davian has granted me the authority to draft a kill order for Professor Mencius Horvat. I'd like you to your company to carry out the contract. Let's see, so we can either listen to the details or say, I don't know. I kind of prefer the idea of fighting our own way onto his payroll. You know what? We can always say that we're listening and turn back later, so we'll see. I want you to break the rules of the tournament tomorrow. Instead of piloting a couple of busted up old Urbies, you'll drop your heaviest lance right on Horvat's head. When the kill has been confirmed, I'll transfer 250,000 C-bills into your company's accounts, and you'll also have the thanks of the Federated Sons, of course, and House Davian does not forget its friends. A 250,000 and the thanks of House Davian, huh? I'm no mathematician, but I feel like that's a lot less than the actual million that Horvat's offering. The reputation is nice and all, but it doesn't keep our company in the black. You don't get the prize purse unless you win, and you won't win. That's what I've been telling you. He'll cheat and he'll kill your MechWarriors, and you'll walk away with nothing. Even if you do somehow manage to beat him, you won't like what happens yet. Next, he'll pay you, sure, but cozying up to Horvat will land you on the bad list of every pirate-hating client in the galaxy. That means everyone. The success estates, the periphery owners, you name it, nobody likes a pirate. Well, I've made you a fair offer, Commander. For the good of every Davian merchant in the RimWorld periphery, you need to take Mencius Horvat down. I don't know where we're going to get another opportunity like this. Well, here's our choices. We can go ahead and attempt to win Horvat by beating him in a zone game, or we can accept the contract. I'm tempted to take the Davian contract, don't get me wrong, but at the same time too, I'd like to beat him at his own game, and well, I think it's possible. So I appreciate the offer, but House Davian doesn't have us on retainer. We're mercenaries and we go where the money is. You're making a mistake. Well, it's our mistake to make. Now I'd suggest you clear the line, Agent Jones. I wouldn't want to risk Horvat catching you on that mic. No, I wouldn't. You're playing a dangerous game, Commander. I hope it doesn't wind up biting you. Okay, well. Bottlenecks need repairs. Technically not ours. That is not a big issue. That's just what we have in our stock, but that'll be fine. Alright, so we have the Tournaments of Champions Part 2. Some more salvage, less money, but I guess this is where we see if we win the prize or not. So if you do want to see that, be sure to come back tomorrow by hitting that subscribe button. That's the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.